Welcome to our news desk once again here at Optimize 2019. We're talking with Lina Liberti, and
Hello.
she is Senior Vice President Product Marketing from Aspen Tech. It's so good to have you here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Explain a little more about what you do and which technology trends you think are going to make the biggest impact in the process industry.
So from what I do first is I manage the product marketing team. So what that is really trying to identify some of the key trends that are happening in the industry, understanding it, and then determining what we as a company need to do as a result of it. So what do we change from our go-to-market strategy? What do we change from the way we're talking about it to customers? And really trying to get a pulse on what's happening in the market. So one of the biggest technology trends, which is happening here in the process industry, but really it's happening in the industry in general, is AI. So you hear a lot about artificial intelligence, and you hear about it in everything we do, but in the process industry, it's really about taking automation to a new level. It's really about taking a lot of the digitalization that the industry's been doing for decades, and now getting to a point where it's going kind of to that next level of optimization, and truly getting to a point where they can really realize the benefits of everything that they've been driving towards over the past years.
So is it behind the curve or ahead of the curve?
I think from a digitalization perspective, based on what we actually do in this industry, we're doing fairly well.
Right.
We're not talking about a piece of software that you're just streamlining a very basic process of going from back there to walking over here, and we're automating that process. In the process industry, it's a lot more technical and a lot more detailed. We're combining different processes, and we're making sure that the chemical composition is not going to react in a negative way. It's going to have a positive result, and we're doing it all while thinking of the bottom line. One thing that's significantly different when you're talking to a chemical engineer than any other engineer in any other industry is the business portion of it. Like, they really are business oriented. So because of that, I think we've done extremely well with digitalization, but you can only go so far without adding in the next level of insights, and that's really where AI comes into play. It's easier in some other industries to maybe get AI in when you think of commercial or consumer grade type industries.
Right.
But in this industry where what we're doing is so complex, adding AI is going to have, I think, a bigger value and hit to the bottom line.
I was going to say, so what are the barriers there?
I think one of the biggest barriers are simply just the infrastructure that we have. In a lot of industries, you just create a new infrastructure and you upgrade your infrastructure and you're done. In this industry, you don't want to get rid of the infrastructure. The whole goal is how do I leverage those assets for as long as possible? And the assets aren't a computer. The assets are these huge units that are processing chemicals and changing the world. So it's different. So I think that's one of the challenges. The good thing is that because we've done some of the basic digitalization, I think we're at a point where it's going to start really exploding in a positive way, where we add AI and the market's just going to thrive.
So I know that you addressed the conference about women into technology.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about that. How do we get more women involved in this?
So I think in the industry in general, we see a lot of women joining from a technology perspective, whether it be on the chemical engineering or the mechanical engineering side. But one of the things that I think still is a challenge for women in any industry, but especially this industry, is how do I move up in an organization? And how do I become a leader, not just managing a particular unit or getting at the chemical, leveraging my degree from a usage perspective, but now taking it and now actually applying it from a leadership perspective.
So tell me a little bit about your journey, and maybe to instill this in others. How did you get to where you are?
Brute force? No. So part of it is just standing up and saying, hey, I'm here. One of the key things with diversification in general is getting to a better conversation, getting to a better point of innovation. The reason why women in technology is so near and dear to my heart isn't just to get women into technology. It's about getting a different point of view and getting to a better outcome as a result of that different point of view. And I think in this industry, we are at a very good inflection point. So much is changing. So much is just moving forward faster than it's ever before, and women can have a voice, and not only have a voice because they have an opinion that's valid, but have a voice to get us to move to a new level.
So
and I just think it's exciting.
So if you were going to offer them one piece of advice, what would you offer them?
Speak up. If you want to be a leader in this industry or any industry, you have to go after it. You have to take charge of your own career and your own destiny.
Right on.
Yeah.
Lina, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Very good to
Lina
meet you as
Liberti,
well.
and she's Senior Vice President of Product Marketing for Aspen Tech. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks for joining us.